You are on the channel Quotes of Great Men. Enjoy watching. My only two constants are to challenge myself and to try not to repeat myself. I think it's necessary to keep moving forward. I've always said that nostalgia is death, really, for anyone creative. I personally think if something's not a challenge, there's no point doing it because you're not gonna learn much. I'm terrible. I'm the wrong person to talk to. I really don't know a thing. It's always nice to be challenged. I'm not interested in a good man's life. I'm interested in contradiction. I like being at home with my music and my books. I've done all the partying. I've done enough partying for 4 or 5 people as a young fella. But now I like the quiet life. I don't know if anyone will ever sit beside me on a plane again. The best roles you have to fight for. You have to really want to do it, and you have to go after it. For me, drama is conflict. You know, I'm a skinny Irish guy. If you behave like a celebrity, then people will treat you like a celebrity, and if you don't, they won't. There's not much to write about me in the tabloids. I'd probably have been wealthier if I had stayed with law, but pretty miserable doing it. I will always love film, the romance of film, sitting in the darkened room with strangers and watching a story for 2 hours that will always remain and never be eroded by television. I'm interested in pressure. I'm interested in duress. All the great works of art, or film or literature, in my opinion, have elements of those in them. I don't consider myself a shy person necessarily, but there's something about getting under the skin of a character and allowing you an abandon or a sense of courage that you would never have in your own life. And once you're unafraid with death, I think your capacity for violence is immediately increased. Once you're unafraid of death, you are a very, very dangerous adversary. For me, it's always been about the stories, not what medium. The medium is secondary to the stories. You need to be as clean of a slate as you can be, as an actor. You have to try to be open to every experience. I think for me with theater, I need to take a break and then fall in love with it again. And then go do it again. My wife can see always how a part affects me personally because she has to live with it. I've never done a film for the money. Every Irish person of my generation and earlier, we were raised Catholic and we'd have to learn it in school. We'd to learn the catechism by rote. You're an actor who's Irish, not an Irish actor. And you shouldn't be limited by your extraction. I'm pretty adamant to do an American accent because you get it immediately. I think any actor that says I never watch my films is a liar, because you have to watch it at least once, and also you're going to watch it when you're doing your ADR. I really feel actors should try and do as much diverse work as possible to try and keep it interesting. I don't have a burning passion to live in America per se, but I would certainly like to work there. I think if you play characters, it's very important not to ever tag them with any sort of disorder, or diagnose them, or whatever. You have to normalize the behavior to get inside the character. I think every director has a different methodology. I'd love to work in America. Some of my favorite films come from America. 2 weeks ago we couldn't pronounce your name, but you were in the lead in a film that made millions, so we're sending you all these scripts. Actors' careers are random with a capital R. The medium is secondary to the stories. There's a lot of comedy and intermission, but it's got this depth. It's not comedy for comedy's sake, it's informed by something else. I like stuff like that. That's what acting is about. Funny wigs and voices. That's what we do. You take the job very seriously. In between action and cut, that's where your focus should be. And then there's a lot of levity in between and a lot of good fun. With some films you can sort of slide in, get a haircut, and you're in. I like the little bit of distance that London affords me, and I like living in a world capital. I like having the culture at my fingertips. I don't think they'd ever make a movie about Chuck Baker, but I'd love to play Chuck Baker. At the moment I'm doing this space movie, so I'm obsessed with physics and space travel. I know 3 months down the line it's gone. Then I'll be able to superficially say stuff about space. It's obvious that if you're going to play a character, you need to amass information about that person and about their environment or their era that they're in, and use as little or as much as necessary. If you watch to the end, I am very grateful to you. Watch also these videos.